role of Rick Lansing will be played by Nick Curiozzi.
Well, Rick, got nothing to say without my attorney.
Well, good morning to you, too. So, what had you so rattled that you killed Lorenzo Alcazar and left evidence behind? In a way, I'm gonna miss you. Not out on the street, eliminating people on Sonny's orders or beating me up whenever the mood takes you, but I'm going to miss this.
The desk sergeant said I could just come in.
I don't suppose you're looking for me.
It's always nice to see you, Rick. But I am here to see Jason.
Why don't you do her a favor and tell her to go away?
You're late. Maureen Harper will be here any minute to prep for the fire interview. Oh, I know. We prepped last night. You weren't around. Sam? I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time focusing right now. Dare I ask? I won't be making a baby after all. My eggs aren't viable. Sam, how awful for you. I know, and all that's left would be adoption, and why would Jason want that? Elizabeth has already given him the only child he's ever going to want. Rick hates you. And while I'd like to believe he could do his job without bias, I know better, so can't you get your attorney to change the venue?
Since when are you an expert on legal procedure?
Well, as Rick so kindly pointed out, my ex-husband's a lawyer, my current husband's a cop, and yes, I do watch some of those TV shows. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not.
I just don't think that you'll get a fair trial with Rick as the DA.
Diane's a great lawyer. If she thinks a change of venue is going to help, she's going to do that, but the case may not even go that far.
Was that based on fact or just wishful thinking?
I don't do a lot of wishful thinking.
I do. But I try not to think about what I could change and how things would be different. I have so much to be grateful for, mostly because of you.
How is Jake?
He's great. Yeah, he's incredible. He's just a little miracle. I'm not biased or anything.
No, doubt it.
He sleeps about 5 hours through the night now, and he's so alert. And he turns his little head towards me every time he hears my voice.
Why wouldn't he? He's been hearing you talk for 9 months.
I wish my boys could know you. I wish you could be acquitted and you could get your life back. And it would somehow intertwine with ours. And that you and Lucky and I could be at ease with each other. And not keep tripping over the secret I've asked you to keep. And I wish this because you deserve to be a part of Jake's life. Just as much as he deserves to have you. Hey, welcome back. Hi, thank you. Have you seen Jason? No, why? What's wrong? He swears that everything is fine despite being under arrest for murder, but sometime between yesterday and today, I have a feeling something bad really happened. She would rather have the truth stay buried. The last thing Sam wants is for you to be a real and present father to your son. Sam fears, maybe rightly so, that if the truth about Jake comes out, Elizabeth and Lucky's marriage will be over, and you and Elizabeth will end up together.
Lucky. Call me crazy, but don't you think it looks bad when the arresting officer's wife visits his prisoner? Why did Elizabeth visit you today?
Aren't you going to tell Jason what the doctor said? I don't know. I don't know, Amelia. Jason might be relieved. He's never gonna have to commit to me. There will never be a child keeping us together. You know?
So you don't want Jason to fight for shit?
No, I want Jason to do a lot of things. I want him to include me in on his life. I want him to ask me to help raise his son the same way that he asked me to help raise my daughter. He wasn't her father. He knew that we would be great together. Now he's not going to need me.
This must be so painful for you.
I am angry. Okay, I am angry that my baby died. I am angry that the doctors told me to wait, and then when they said it was ready, it was too late. I am incapable of carrying a child. Do you understand that? This, to me, is unfair. Look at how everything that went wrong for me went right for Elizabeth.
You still have Jason.
I don't know about that. Jason is moving further and further away from me. He's got his son, and he's going to be in his heart forever. And me, I am going to fade into the background.
Elizabeth wanted to see if I was okay.
You didn't have to let her.
Lucky they brought me up from lockup to wait for my lawyer. Rick was in here questioning me. Elizabeth came in. I didn't really get a chance to refuse the visit.
Well, okay, so would you have?
Probably not.
What if you get convicted, Jason? Are you going to let Elizabeth drive up to the prison to visit you? That's not friendship, Jason. That's taking advantage.
Detective Spencer. Clearly you are too well versed in the legal code to actually be questioning my client with the benefit of legal counsel.
This is personal.
Personal? All right, well, I'll make a note of that. Should this case ever actually get to trial, that will be relevant when you're called to testify about Jason Morgan's arrest. In the meantime, good day. First, you're chatting with a television producer. Now, it's with a police detective. Clearly, we need a refresher course on your Fifth Amendment rights against
I didn't
self-incrimination.
say anything to Lucky.
If any phrase other than "I have nothing to say without my attorney present" crossed your lips, then you did. So let's hear every word.
His wife came to visit me.
Detective Spencer's wife?
Yes, that's right.
Well, this just keeps getting better and better. So pray tell, what did you say to her?
It's personal.
Jason, Mrs. Spencer's name is going to be on the visitor log, which means that the court can ask her to repeat your conversation to her. So what was it? Word for word.
If Elizabeth gets called as a witness, I will tell you what we discussed. But that's not going to happen because Rick and Lucky don't want her involved.
Elizabeth Spencer couldn't possibly be your alibi for the time that Lorenzo Alcazar disappeared. Be very sure about that. Because it could save you a great deal of trouble, not to mention a life sentence without the possibility of parole if anyone, particularly a wholesome mother of two, saw you on the day Lorenzo Alcazar disappeared.
I saw Elizabeth right before Alcazar disappeared.
All right, where was this?
It was at the hospital. I went to see my sister, and I heard that Elizabeth and the baby were going home, so I stopped by to say hello.
And?
And we talked for a few minutes. She let me hold the baby, and I left.
All right, exactly how did this leave-taking occur? I mean, did you get a phone call?
I did, actually. I got a phone call.
From?
From Sonny.
And the conversation was regarding?
Work.
And by that, I'm sure you mean coffee. All right, look, Jason. Do you have any reason to believe that Elizabeth Spencer is going to tell her husband about the fact that you visited her in the hospital on the day Lorenzo Alcazar disappeared, or the fact that you received a phone call?
Okay, I'm not on the witness stand now.
Yes, fine. But Elizabeth Spencer might be, and I need to be prepared. So what does she know, and how badly can it hurt your case?